Hello, my friends. I want to share a couple of thoughts from the scriptures with you and a couple of updates here this morning. Quickly from Psalm 18, let me read to you just a couple of verses. I love you, O Lord, my strength. The Lord is my rock, my fortress, and my deliverer. My God is my rock in whom I take refuge. He is my shield and the horn of my salvation, my stronghold. God is our stronghold. He is the person and the place that we go to in the midst of troubles and in the midst of struggles to find strength, to find peace. And I want to encourage all of you to go to your stronghold when you are feeling overwhelmed by what was happening around us right now. I know there's been times when I've listened to enough of the news and read enough articles and start to find myself getting a little panicky, and it's always helpful to turn to the Word in those moments and to find my strength and my peace in Him. And so I encourage all of you to do that as well. I want to share with you from last night, Wednesday evening, our elders had a meeting, and we discussed in that meeting how best can we as a church work our way through this situation. How best can we love our neighbors, as we talked about in our sermon last Sunday. And the elders came to the conclusion that the best way we can do that right now is to cooperate with our government officials. Governor DeWine has mandated that no groups over 50 meet. The CDC has recommended that no groups over 10 be meeting. And so with that in mind, we are going to close down our building for the following 2 weeks through March 31st. Now, that means we won't have services in the building on Sunday the 22nd, nor on Sunday the 29th. And it means that every other activity in the building will be closed. We're just not certain that we can keep the building clean enough with all the events and groups that come through here. So we're going to close the building down, which means that on the 22nd and the 29th, those 2 Sunday mornings, instead of gathering here, we are going to do an online worship service. And we're going to try to do that live. And we have a pretty steep learning curve to figure out how to do that. So we're not 100% clear on it all. We could appreciate some prayers from you as we're trying to figure all the details of that out. But our commitment at this point is Sunday morning at 9 a.m. We will have a live stream or some sort of a video worship available so that we can all worship the Lord together, although separate in our various homes. So you can check out at our website. Also, we've created a Facebook page, New Life Church of Christ Facebook page. Those are the 2 places that you can go on Sunday morning to look to find links to direct you to where that live stream is going to be. I wish I could give them to you now, but we're not that far along yet in figuring all of that, all of those technical details out. I want you to know the elders have created a full statement in writing as far as the things that they are doing and steps that they are taking here. I will post that along with this video so that you can read it for yourself. One of the big things we want to encourage you to do is to keep in contact. We're encouraging our D groups to continue to meet. Every one of you needs to make your own decisions about what's wise and what's not as far as physical meetings. But even if you're not physically meeting, I want to encourage you to stay in contact, phone calls, social media, whatever, particularly with the people in your D groups, so that you have a group of people that you can go to when you get those moments when you really need somebody to encourage you or maybe to calm you down. Now, the church leadership is making some efforts to stay in contact with you. We are going to keep doing regular updates on the Facebook page. So hopefully many of those will be videos like this one is. We'll be making some phone calls, trying to contact you either directly from one of the elders or maybe through some of the D groups. If you do not get a contact from the church, somebody in the church, in the next week or so, we would greatly appreciate it if you would call us. Call the church office. Just let us know you're doing okay, and make sure that we have your up-to-date contact information so that we can make sure we don't want anybody to slip through the cracks in the midst of this situation. I want to close with just 3 thoughts for you. The first thought is this: that this situation will pass, that this is only a short period of time that we're going to be dealing with this. This is not going to be the end of civilization as we know it. This is not going to be the end of the church as we know it. This is going to be a short period of time, and we can help one another to all come through it together. And so I want to just encourage you in that way. The second thought that I want to share with you is that God is still in control. We tend to live our daily lives with this illusion that we have control over what is going on and what we're going to do. And we've all had that ripped away from us in the last couple of weeks as more and more things have been canceled, or we have been told that we're not allowed to do things. And so we have had that illusion of control taken from us. But we need to remember that God has always been in control. God is still in control, and God will continue to be in control. This virus did not surprise God. This virus is not beyond God, and He has not abandoned us in the midst of this situation. And so I want to encourage you to be in the Word, to be in prayer, to pray especially for the leaders in our government as they're making these decisions, for the medical professionals who are trying to treat and help people. It's such a difficult thing. This is an unprecedented situation, and so people are making decisions that they've never had to make before, all the way across the board. So let's be lifting them up in prayer. And finally, the last thing I want to share with you is this is the time when God's people need to stand up and shine in this world. We need to be God's hands and God's feet. So I want to encourage you to be looking around you. Look around your home, your neighborhood. Are there elderly people there who are in need that you could maybe go shopping for? Are there people who are stressed and just really struggling that you could pray with, or that you could share encouragement with? Maybe God is going to open up opportunities for us in this situation to share His love that may never come open any other time. And so I want us to be looking and to be ready for those opportunities. Friends, if you need something, please call me directly or call the church office, and we want to be there to help you. We love you, and we will continue to walk through this situation together.